What I wrote tons of her music. 90% of her music, I wrote it since I've been around her. To it, I'll tell you exactly what I wrote, and when you listen to it, y'all know my pen.
Wow, is Claressa Shields buying views in order to make it look like she's this rap superstar? Oh my goodness, what I uncovered is about to blow your mind. Is this what it's come to? Claressa. Let's get unpacked. We unpack. We unpack. We unpack. Coming to your live boxing ego unpack. Yeah. We unpack. We unpack. We unpack. Coming to your live. Is Claressa Shields buying views to make it look like her numbers on her brand new rap song is jumping? Wow. I'm almost at a loss for words that this is what it's come to. Now, before I get into it, quick PSA. For one, the thoughts, views, and expressions contained in this video are my personal opinion. Don't take this as absolute fact. I'm going to just give you guys my opinion and what I think is something to think about. You let me know in the comment section if you understand where I'm coming from. That's one. Two, before you watch this video, I highly suggest you go watch my live stream that I did yesterday night. The title it says creepy, and it's a picture of Remy Ma and Claressa looking through binoculars, right? The reason being is connected to today's storyline. So it has all the proof, which I'm going to go over, but you really should go watch that video. I'll try to put an end card at the end of this video, but you really should watch that before proceeding with this video in case you didn't. Shout out to all the people who did watch my live stream live when it ran, sent cash apps. I appreciate you. Thank you for your donations. I'm going to continue to work hard. Now, the subject matter contained in this video, I haven't heard anyone talking about, so buckle up. You get it here first on Boxer Ego. It's about to get real dicey. So, the yesterday live stream I did, it really wasn't in detail about what I'm going over about the fudging numbers allegedly, right? We'll just say allegedly, right? It was about Claressa's weird behavior and obsession towards Remy Ma. So you could watch that video, and this video is completely different. So for the record, but at the end of the live stream, I noticed something because I'm just, brain spilling all these thoughts, all this weird stuff Claressa is doing post-fight. And I noticed something, and I want to take you guys through what I noticed. So peep. This is what I noticed. Claressa Shields dropped a song and music video, right? Now, she dropped it a cypher version from The Block. In case you don't know, they do a lot of videos right now from The Block, including Remy Ma's video. So keep that in mind. You remember this? Ever since you left me, French Montana, you see it right there. I've already made a video about how I believe Claressa copied French Montana. You see the crowd, the New York Knicks energy. This was right during the finals. They got the dangling mic. You got Remy right there rapping. And then suddenly Claressa Shields is working with the same people doing the dangling mic thing. And I just found that's a little too close to what Remy was doing, right? So I've already talked about that. You guys let me know if you think that's a bite. To me, That's a clear bite, right? But that's not what this is about. So she copied Remy, in my opinion, did the Cypher video, and then this is what caught my attention. The song is called Good Life, and it's a on From the Block performance. 4 days, keep in mind, this was her fight week that it dropped, right? So her name was already being mentioned because she had a fight with K. Scott, right? From the Block in 4 days got 14,000 views on Claressa's performance video, right? However, the same song, the official music video on Claressa Shields' page, her YouTube, right? 2 days, so in half of the time, it was showing 361,000 views. So, boom, I'm blown away right there. I'm like, whoa, is Claressa Shields' brand new rap song that hot to the point where on her own personal YouTube is outperforming From the Block, right? Keep in mind, she copied Remy, in my opinion, with the From the Block performance. But I'm like, yo, how's she doing these numbers? So I went deeper down the rabbit hole. And I'm like, hold on, that's not really making sense. Because what I know is For Shooters Only, which is the From the Block. They're the ones that do the dangling mic videos. I know them, and they do videos for a ton of rappers. This is not like, oh, they're working with boxers and Remy. They do this all the time. They're always having drops, and I see them on Instagram, right? Like, meaning see their work, right? Shout out to them. So I started going down the rabbit hole, right? And I'm like, hold on, this ain't really making sense to me. You guys can say what you want, but to me, it's not really making sense. Because For Shooters Only, again, this is the company that did the street performance with the dangling mic. They have almost 1.5 million subscribers on their YouTube, right? Because again, they work with tons of rappers. They've developed an audience. So they have over 1 million subs, as you guys see right here. But then that's their page. They have 1.48 million, right? Claressa Shields, this is her YouTube, right? She has less subscribers than me, 216,000, right? So I'm like, wait. Claressa Shields on her YouTube with 216,000 subs is outperforming For Shooters, who has the same song, right? Posted it first, and again, they have 1.48 million subscribers. So I'm like, that look kind of weird, in my opinion. And I think you guys get my drift where this is going. Claressa got, let's just say, 200,000 subs. Post in 2 days, she's doing better viewership than For Shooters, who posted first, posted during her fight week, so her name was already trending, right? And they have a bigger built-in audience of subscribers. So I'm like, huh? I mean, I guess it's plausible that it could play out like this, but I wanted to be sure. So I went deeper down the rabbit hole. Here's what I found out. I dug into it, and again, it said her video had 361,000 views, which that's an extreme outlier for her particular channel, right? Still, it's not implausible that it just absolutely can't happen. But to me, it was seeming kind of weird. So I did more research. Then the number jumped to 370, right? 360. So you're at 361 when I was live. And then in the middle of the live, it jumped to 370. So you went up in views in 2 days. And I'm like, all right, cool. So if you go watch my live, it shows the real-time viewership. And she was at 360 to 370,000 views. I'm showing this live during a live stream, mind you, right? Already a bunch of red flags. I am an elite online content creator that has been in this business for 10 and a half years, right? All I do for a job is produce and curate content. And I've helped other YouTubers, right? So if there's anything I know, is my job. Is how to make content, right? So I'm looking into it. I'm like, what is going on? Like, Claressa has less of an audience than 4 Shooters Only, but has an extreme outlier video that is outperforming virtually every single video in recent memory on her YouTube channel, right? And that in and of itself is extremely weird to me. You guys can say whatever, oh, it's a reach and all that. Say whatever you want. I'm giving you my opinion. You're on my channel. So on my channel, I'm going to give you guys my opinion. You see how that works? Now, why am I saying an extreme outlier? Let me show you. This is Claressa Shields' page, right? This is her YouTube page, right? Claressa Shields. 216,000 subs. The reason I'm saying extreme outlier is because she has Usher surprises Claressa Shields. That video did 4,600 views in 15 hours, right? She has a video with Bud Crawford, Mayweather, and Shakur Stevenson, and it don't even have 2,000 views, and it's been almost up a day, right? You have this Black Excellence 136 Floyd Mayweather Crawford blah 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 picture. This is your screenshot, right? 5,000 views in a day, right? And again, so on and so forth. Your weigh-in, you did 15,000 in 5 days. It's been up, right? You have a behind the scenes video for your music video, 6,100. You're in the sauna talking, 10,000, right? So nowhere on here are you generating even 100,000 views, right? Nowhere have I seen that. 7,300, 11,000, 14, right? 11,000, 31,000. So I'm all the way back 5 months, right? And you got videos on your YouTube with 13,000. I make that in a day on one video, right? 9 months ago, so you could have had Papoose' baby in this time. 9 months, and you have 15,000 on a fight announcement saying you're getting $8 million. So it seemed like your fans would be clicking on your YouTube for stuff like this. $8 million contract, Usher, Floyd, Bud, right? This is probably your highest grossing video. And you were talking and cloud chasing Layla Ali. And that's 1.7 million, right? So that's why I'm saying it's an extreme outlier. Since the Layla Ali video, you haven't produced anything. And now with what I'm about to share for you, the Layla Ali numbers look sketch to me too, because nothing on your channel has replicated this type of result, 1.7. But I think Layla Ali's video was cooking and you wanted to outdo her to make it look like you had crazy viewership. But I digress. Let's go back to current. So you're averaging very low view counts, right? On your boxing stuff. Remember, Claressa was like, no, that's why I got to correct you. No. All my personal life drama and relationship stuff ain't overshadowing my career. But your boxing stuff is getting 5,000, 10,000 views for a alleged A-list celebrity. Looking kind of shaky. So here's the part that's troubling to me. My live, pay attention. My live was done at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I live in California. So 8 p.m. at night, and it was 40 minutes. So 45 minutes ish, right? So my live lasted almost an hour. So we'll just say 8 to 9 p.m. 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time in America is the latest time zone in America, right? I'm doing this at 8 p.m. and this is what happened. You guys gotta follow me down this rabbit hole. The views, after I already called out the initial views at 360,000 looking sketch, because the comments, there weren't that many comments. I do YouTube. I'm an online content creator. I'm the best. So I know what to look for, and it looked weird, right? So in my live, I called that out. I'm like, the Good Life video, you're not, first of all, it's not a good song, right? So why are you doing such great viewership on something that's not even good? Okay, maybe because, again, me being fair, me being real, sometimes songs aren't good and people want to troll it and they listen to it like Ice JJ Fit. About girl, right? Cool. Ice JJ Fish, we know he not really singing like that. It's the rose of the mall. It's the rose of the mall. Right? So maybe people want to laugh. But then that wouldn't make sense, because if they were doing it like on some mockery stuff, right, then you would have more engagement, I would think, right? My stream, that's why I told you guys to pay attention to the dates and times. My stream last night lasted roughly from 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time to 9 p.m. And I show you it in the stream, so there's no way I can go back in time. Her views were at 361,000, bro, right? After my stream ended and I called it out, tell me why Claressa's, her video, her rap song jumped up to 642,000 views. Oh my good. Rissa. What is wrong with her, man? What is going on? If this don't seem phony to y'all, then I don't know what to tell y'all. How did you go from 360,000 views? Then I call you out saying that 360 seemed odd to me. And then now it's doubled at night. Like, so it's not like a fresh day. It's not like she promoted it. It's not like Jay-Z reposted it. Nothing has really happened to justify, like, okay, if Jay-Z and Rihanna and a bunch of Beyoncé's and stuff reposted it, okay, your number could shoot up because you're getting a lot of support. I've seen no one talk about this song. I've heard no one that actually likes the song, right? It's at nighttime in California, which means if it's 9 p.m. for me, then it's midnight on the East Coast, right? And that's a whole big market we know that loves hip hop, right? Texas, that means it's like 11 o'clock or whatever, right? So at night, how did your video, none of your other videos, just the rap song video, skyrocketed to over 500,000? Just like that. It's not making any sense for me as a content creator, bro. That's why I'm asking y'all the question. I already know what I believe. I believe she bought views. That's my personal opinion, right? That's what I believe. Because your number jumping up so crazily, it just looks too ridiculous, right? Here's another screenshot. As I'm trying to get these screenshots, the number keep jumping, right? It went from 626 to 631, right? So it got to a point where I'm like, man, I can't even keep up. I'm trying to prepare this video for y'all, and the number keep jumping up, right? 626, and then it jumped up to 631. And then now the video is at 642. So by the time you guys watch my video, we unpacked. I don't know the number. We might be in the billions. I don't know at this rate. Apparently everybody wants to hear her music. So let me continue to cook. And if you made it this far, consider subscribing, because you know I'm cooking. Let's unpack. That's what I'm known for, unpacking this stuff. So from the top, you have less subs than 4 Shooters Only. 4 Shooters Only has 1.48 million subscribers. You had like 215,000 subscribers roughly, right? They have a bigger built-in audience. All they do is post hip hop music. They put the cypher out during your fight week, right? Days before you, same exact song. You see it. The Good Life, right? And they only got 14,000 views on it. See, what I believe is 4 Shooters Only, they have no reason to, they probably got paid for the video or whatever. So the numbers are organic, whatever it is, wherever it lands, it lands. But if you have something to prove, like Claressa Shields, who called Remy Ma a washed up rapper, this is why I believe she trying to fake it till she make it and is buying viewership, right? Because they posted it before, during your fight week when your name was trending. You posted it 2 days after them, after your fight, yet you get so many more views, 361, which is now jumped up to 642, right? Looking kind of shaky. And back to Remy Ma. Remy Ma did the video with them first, and I want you guys to pay attention to that, right? Never forget what I'm telling you. She did the video, and look, in 2 months, it got 3 million, over 3 million views. So for me, what I believe to be the case is, Remy Ma already worked with these people, and everybody loved the song. Shout out to French and Max, right? And Remy's verse. People said Remy stole the show, and now you're trying to make it look like you hold your own as a rapper, and you're like performing very well, right? Because they got 3 million plus views on their song. Mind you, this song was featured on ESPN during the NBA Finals. I haven't heard anybody play. All of Remy's songs are getting played. Let's just be real. All of her songs, all her diss songs, Wanna Go, Why You Effing Lying, Ever Since You Left, all those songs are getting spins. I've never heard anyone or ESPN or somebody pick up Claressa Shields' music, right? Now, I've already made my point, but I like to make it worse. I like to put salt in the wound, because there's still going to be some quote stands. Oh, man, you don't have nothing. How you know? On top of all my expertise in this field, right? There's still going to be some quote stands still trying to make a case. So ain't going to be no case, because let me show y'all this. In addition to everything else I've already said, right? This is the brilliance of what I do. I am an online content creator. At this point with Claressa Shields, an investigative journalist, right? So there's a paper trail. Like Hansel and Gretel, I leave breadcrumbs. All of my videos are breadcrumbs. You guys can always go back, like a filing cabinet, the Dewey Decimal System. You could always go back and be like, what did Claressa say? Oh, okay. And then tweets are in my videos, receipts, all of that, right? So in my live stream, please go watch that video. and then come back to this one. I already had the screenshots, actually it was a screen recording, right? So all the numbers. So we're seeing it jump in real time. But here's the other part that y'all got to pay attention to. In my first video, right? When she had 370,000 views, which is now magically 640 something, right? She had 437 comments. Pay attention. I need y'all to understand this. In my initial video, these are the breadcrumbs. She had 300, it kept jumping, 350, 360, 370, cool. But in this particular screen grab, 370,000 views was displayed and she had 437 comments. So tell me how she went up to 640, over 500,000 views, and the comments only went up to 468. Explain it. Okay, Boxer Ego, he don't know what he talking about. Explain that. How did you go from 370,000 views to 642,000 views, but then your comments only went up by a very small margin from 437 to 468, and you want me to believe that these are real numbers, right? We don't stop there. I got it on the calculator for you. 468, which is the current comment count as of me recording this video, versus last night on my live stream, 437 comments. You gained 31 comments. But in terms of viewership, you're currently at, as of me recording this video, 642,000 views. When I had the initial screen grab, you were at 370, right? 642K, 370K. That means you increase by 250,000, 272,000 new views. But in 272,000 new views, you got about 31 new comments. Is that making any sense to anybody? Please let me know. Can anybody hear me? It feels like I'm talking to myself. Let me know if that makes sense to you. I know, I get it. I'm a YouTuber. I'm the online content creator. I'm the master. So I know it makes sense to me, but let me know if it makes sense to you. How did you grow by 250,000 views in minutes, but your comments and engagement didn't? Claressa. So that's why I don't believe these numbers to be real. Because if you do YouTube and you're actually good and you're organic, I feel like it'll kind of leave clues. You know what I mean? Like, it'll leave clues. That is not the case. She has an extreme outlier, one piece of content. And how is it the pieces of content when you're beefing with a female are always the ones with what I believe to be inflated numbers? Your Layla Ali, and I called it back then, but your Layla Ali receipts video, 1.7 million. And then you ain't done nothing close to that all the way up until this new rap song, which we know you're trying to compete with Remy Ma because you called her a washed rapper and she already did the cypher before you. And then now you're at 600 something thousand. Like, come on, bro. But your comments are barely going up. Like, it as a longtime content creator, it's not making sense to me. Not making sense at all. Right? To give you guys more detail, and I could go on and on. I could go on and on. Y'all know that. Y'all know that. So here's a video I did yesterday, right? Because I'm certified. My numbers are whatever they are. Your boy Ego with 358,000. See, I don't care about a number. I care about that paycheck. So I don't care, because there's people whose numbers show 1 million, but they don't make more than me. So I never cared about the number. A lot of, especially with shorts, you don't make no money off shorts. Ask anybody who does this at a high level if they make bread doing shorts. And I'm not saying there's not a lane for shorts, but you have to get like 100 million, 50 million, 100 million views on shorts to get some good. It's much easier to solidify yourself as a long form creator. Long form content creator pays way better. You get pennies on the dollar for shorts content because it's so easy to produce. People are mass producing it and all that type of stuff, right? That's why you don't see no shorts on my page anymore. We not doing that. Cause I'm like, where the check at? Where the cash at? If you want shorts and additional content, go subscribe to Boxing Ego Plus. That's where the content that don't make it here, it'll be over there. Right? We gonna keep this how we keeping this, right? So anyway, enough about me. Back to my video 14 hours ago. So 10 hours shy of a full day. 16,000 views. Shout out to everybody who follows me and support the channel, right? I have 366 comments off of that few of views. You see what I'm saying? Right? 16,000 views and people are engaging in this way. 366 of you left comments off of 16K. But then when you get to Claressa Shields, she got earlier today or yesterday, 437 comments off of 370,000 views. And then it jumped up to 642,000 and she only went up 30 comments. So you have all of them views, but only 468 people decided to comment. Keep in mind, in content creation, sometimes people, it's a thread. So sometimes one person can leave 3 or 4 comments. Somebody reply, they reply to them. So it's like a multiplier at a slot machine. You understand what I'm saying? All right. So one person could be valuable and get 10 comments, or one person could leave a message that's so funny, 10 other people respond. So why is her engagement so poor that she allegedly has all these views, but doesn't have any engagement to really show for it? Again, my video had measly 16,000, but has 366 comments and counting. Hers allegedly has 642,000, and she don't even have that many more comments than me. Not adding up. I don't care what nobody said. It ain't adding up to me. That is not how this works at all. So my theory is my theory. I firmly believe she's manipulating or buying views in some kind of way. And I know the quote stands, they're gonna be like, man, Ego, who cares? Why you care? Why you care about that, man? Say, man, Claressa Shields the quote, man. Don't care. What does that have to do with what I'm saying? See, that's what y'all good for. The quote stands. They be like, dear Ego, I wrote you, but you still ain't calling. I left my cell pager and my home phone at the bottom. You could have signed an autograph for Matthew. That's my little brother, man. He's only 6 years old. We waited in the blistering cold for you for 4 hours and you just said no, right? They want to come on my comments complaining. Part of the 366 comments, you dig. They want to come complain about me. Oh, why you talk about Claressa Shields? Because it's my channel and I'm going to keep doing it. And I want to talk about what I want to talk about. This ain't no group project. This ain't WeTube, TogetherTube. This called YouTube. This is my channel. We gonna talk about what I want to talk about. You see metadata, you see a title, you see a description. You don't like the subject, don't delay. Just go somewhere. Don't delay, go away, right? You don't have to click on it. Oh man, he did another video about Claressa. Okay, don't watch it. Somebody watching it. I ain't worried, 'cause I'm getting the same type of engagement Claressa getting off of few reviews. So somebody watching it. So don't worry about me. This ain't no group project. I'm gonna talk about what I encourage all the bloggers, keep talking about this. It's a gold mine. We gonna keep doing it, because what the quote stands fail to ever do, they'll try to criticize you, the sane one, not the person acting insane, and talk about their intimate life. Oh man, he was going crazy and it felt so good. Like, this girl is a child, a whole child. Why are you putting that out there? Why do you need to put what your Long John Silver's smelling self did last night? I know what you did last summer looking at. You know what I mean? So it's not making sense. And that's the problem with the few remaining quote stands. They want to come and correct and criticize everybody else. But then when people are bringing receipts, which Claressa never do, right? And asking and posing real questions. Why she do that? Why she hit Bumgardner? Why is she obsessed with Remy? Why she copy Bumgardner's outfit? Why does it look like she buying views for a weak song that nobody's ever going to play, just like Papoose? Why is she calling Remy Ma a washed rapper and she got hits? She 4 for 4. How is she washed? And if she washed, Papoose is older, claims that he wrote 90%. It never affected her. Yeah, I caught a thing with the gambling, but it never affected her. By far, Papoose has said some of the dumbest quotes that we've heard thus far. I caught a habit with gambling. Like it was a common cold, like it was some influenza. How you just trip, fell into some gambling. Oh, and then pulled the slot machine. It don't happen like that. You are a gambler, according to Remy. You don't just like walking by, strolling, and then you start pulling the slot machine and playing Keno. That is not how that happened. You was at the Keno because you was at the casino. Ain't no accident, ain't no mistakes. You intended to do that. You got a gambling fix that you need to scratch. You talking about he caught a habit. You know what I mean? Like somebody coughed and he got sick or something. And he's like, oh man, this gambling got me. And now he's shooting dice. By far some of the dumbest thing. Talking about, I didn't knock him out because he slept with my wife. I knocked him out because he shook my hand. Like what type of, and then he did it. What type of comment is that? That's like me saying, I ain't knock him out because he slept with my wife. I knocked him out because we played Rochambeau. And he did paper and I did rock, and then he slept with my wife. What are you talking about, bro? Rochambeau. He talking about some Rochambeau. Rochambeau. Rock. You talking rock, paper, scissors. What did Chris Brown say? You paper, scissors, right? Like, this is crazy. But again, the few quote stands that remain, they never explain the true questions. Why does her viewership look like this? Right? Why does it look like this? How are you growing exponentially in viewership, but your comments are slow to grow? Your likes aren't really growing. None of your other videos are doing as good. And the reason why this is important, because when I speak and I'm like Claressa Shields, X, Y, and Z, the quote stands say, oh no, y'all hating. She ain't a liar. But what type of person is out here, in my opinion, counterfeiting with the viewership? That says something about the character. I told you from the beginning, I'm going to show you the character. That's what I said, right? I'm going to show you the character. So it all ties in. All of this stuff ties in. The type of person that would do this also has done this, and they've done this, and they've done this. This is who she is. I believe Claressa Shields is a highly fragile, sensitive, traumatized, insecure little girl trapped in an adult Shannon Sharp, Billy Blank's body. Tybo, the last Boy Scout, ain't lifer, right? You trapped in the Wesley Snipes body or something. King of New York body, Money Train body, Drop Zone body, Blade body. You trapped in that body, so you may look like an adult, but you don't act like one. And again, this also ties in to Rem. Everything Remy's been saying. Remy said, you want to be a baddie, but you're not bad enough. Ever since Remy said that, it's like Claressa Shields has been on a crusade to keep switching out wigs. She switched wigs like draws, right? After swimming in a public pool. She's always like posting the same photo shoots over and over. That really affected you. Papoose, it never affected her. Okay, what Remy said there affected her because all she's been doing since is posting these alleged glam shots that she got. Like she Miss America. Like she's not a boxer and like she want to be known for pageants or something, right? All of it is very weird. Remy also said, you want to be a baddie, but you're not bad enough. Went over that. She then said, the numbers ain't adding up. Boom. Which is this video. So when I put out content and I'm saying, hey, Remy right, the numbers ain't adding up. Then you tell me in my follow-up videos how they're adding up. How did you grow 31 views or 31 comments, but you grew over 250,000 views in minutes? So you would think that if 250,000 people roughly came in and watched your video on a free site like YouTube, it don't cost you nothing. It's not like even like Boxden or one of those forums where you got to create an account and a password and do all that. It's very easy to create a YouTube account and get right to typing. So how did you get that much traffic, but not that many people are engaging? Something is wrong with that picture. So Remy saying the numbers ain't adding up. You don't keep talking about prices when your bag is up. All of that is making sense. How is Claressa Shields outperforming on the block, 4 shooters only, with a portion of the subs? And that's the other thing. Speaking of subscribers, if you go watch my first video, her subscribers didn't grow. See, I got so many ways I could slice you like a Ginsu knife, right? That's the other thing that is highly suspect, which is why I'm making this video. How did you grow to, look, 626, now it's like 645. If I keep refreshing, it'll probably be a new number, right? That's another indication. But anyway, you grew all this viewership, but none of those people subscribe to you. This is the same number as the last video. Go look at the video. It's the same number. That it's like impossible. It's borderline dare I say it's borderline impossible for that to be the case, because you had 250,000 non-bots, certified organic people with a human brain, right? That are not on a mission to just bot and spam and hit the like button or some kind of program or whatever that does that. These are 250,000 thinking men and women that live on this planet, and only 30 more people commented. And none of them decided to subscribe. Like, it's impossible. And I have had massive success online to the point where I know your cap in my mind. Because when I do an Instagram post, it don't matter what the platform is. When I've done Instagram posts, right? And they blow up 100K views, right? 2 million views. I've had posts 27 million, all types of stuff on the gram. Go check the numbers, go check the scoreboard, right? Every time I have those outlier posts, my subscriber count, follower count on Instagram goes up exponentially, because out of 1 million impressions, 1 million new eyes to your content, 20 million, 20 billion, whatever these high numbers are, some people are like, man, that video was funny. Let me subscribe to this guy. Let's see what he on, because I like that post. That's how it works. That's how social media works, right? Don't you see a comedian and he doing videos on IG and it's hilarious, and you watch a couple of them, you're like, man, I got to give this guy a follow. This dude is hilarious and I want to see more, right? That's how it works. So how come Claressa Shields has all these phantom views, but people aren't engaging in the comments? Per capita, people aren't hitting the subscribe button. These are not normal, regular, organic human traits or behaviors. Maybe that's a better word. Behaviors. That is not normal. You like the content, you like the music video, you're probably gonna leave a comment. If you don't leave a comment, maybe you hit the subscribe, but it would be very rare for you to just get views, but then the other metrics aren't going up. Even in business like retail, right? A store can be like underperforming, but then Black Friday sales can get them out the red and skyrocket the total sales, because this one Cyber Monday and Black Friday stretch of sales, we generated so much money. And I know this from working in corporate America, right? We generated so much money in a concentrated space, it uplifts the whole year's sales, right? That, ask anybody who's worked in corporate America about whatever their key areas are. You know what I mean? I used to work at Lowe's, so 4th of July was big. People buying John Deere tractors, buying barbecues. You got Black Friday and Cyber Monday and all these things like Amazon Prime. They could make so much money in these concentrated Christmas, right? Because so many people are spending to the point where it uplifts the whole year's sales, the whole fiscal year. So when you have an outlier video, in my experience, it uplifts all of your videos, because if 600,000 plus people came to see one video, some of those people are going to look at your other videos. Like, oh man, Floyd Mayweather. Okay, she got a post with Bud and Usher. The numbers to all your videos stayed the same. I got the screenshots. They stayed roughly the same, like regular growth. So how do you have this extreme outlier, but no other indication that you're having this explosive growth of concentrated organic viewership? It don't make sense to me. And that's coming from a person who has had success on all these platforms on social media for many, many years. And remember what I told y'all, I was like, go against boxing ego at your own peril. Keep backing Claressa Shields and her behavior. I love it, because when it's all written, I know I'm going to be on the right side of history with this argument, and she's only going to disappoint you with her behavior. It's been shown time and time again. And in thinking back to my initial video, my live stream, it's a live stream. Go watch it. It had all the information in real time, and now you see these crazy jumps in the numbers, right? But if you go watch my live stream, the one that says creepy for the word, now it's gotten creepier, right? Claressa had 361,000, then it went to 368,000, then 370,000. So 360 to 370,000 views. 9,000 comments. I just looked right now. Tell me why she has 9,200 comments, but then the views went up so crazy. The views went up by 284,000, but you only gained 200 likes and you only gained 30 new comments. Come on, bro. Y'all must think I'm stupid. Go watch my first video. Please do it. Tell me how you gained all that viewership if it's organic, but only 200 more people decided to hit the like button. So almost 300,000 new views from when I did the video, but your comments barely increased. Your likes, now that I just looked at that, only increased by 200. It don't make sense. It don't make sense. So off of all those new views that poured in, you're at like 0.01% increase in comments. That is not customary. There's something wrong with this picture. I don't know how much clearer I need to make it. Something is rotten in Denmark, right? And again, the reason why this is important, because the Guo stands say, oh, she don't do that. She would never do that. She not like this. When in reality, she is like this. So when Miss Shanika's like, she threatened me. She's like, no, I didn't. This looks like a person who would threaten someone and then lie about threatening them, right? And then, did you see Miss Shanika at the fight? So Claressa said she didn't threaten her. The lady, Miss Shanika, said she banned me. You had dogs and children at your fight, but then the Atlanta personality was not at your fight at the State Farm Arena. So I believe Miss Shanika. I believe you banned her. Right? I believe that. Right? So something is going on, whether you're paying for like Google ads or YouTube ads and promoting it, whatever you're doing is not working though. Right? Because okay, this is the cold honest truth. I don't know what she did. This is all my conjecture. I'll be real, because I don't know what people do behind the scenes. I'm just telling you it looks odd. I want you to know, the whole time I've been on YouTube, and you can ask YouTube, I have never, ever paid for Google ads or YouTube to promote my channel. Every view that you see me achieve was from the mud, from the trenches. And whether you did it in accordance to YouTube rules, like in a legal way, like YouTube ads or Google ads for promotion or whatever, I don't know. Didn't Remy say that too? You getting paid for promo or something? So you paying for promo. Everything Remy said was true, man. So I don't know what you did, but this is very minuscule growth for that much new traffic. So even if you paid YouTube ads or Google ads and you're paying for promotion, it's doing a horrible job, because no one's playing your music. It's not going to chart like that. And it's not giving you real feedback on your music, real engagement to match the viewership that's coming in. So I don't know what she did, but hey, son, you smell that? I smell fishy. Is that you, Rissa? I smell fishy. Is that you, Pat? Hey, you gotta do something, baby. It ain't looking right. It's smelling a little fishy. That's my honest opinion as a full-time content creator. Don't know how you achieve this. I don't even want to know. I kind of do want to know. Let me take that back. I kind of want to know what you're doing, but it doesn't look good. I'll just say that. That's my opinion. I don't think it looks good, because if you got real growth, like, this is just not a way to grow your channel. You know, it's not. And then it also shows me something about the mindset. Whatever you did, I don't know, but it looks weird, and I'm sure if you watch this video from start to finish, most people can concur it looks weird. You got to give me that it looks weird, right? Optically, it looks weird, right? So whatever you did, whatever, right? The other thing that shows me you're probably confident as a boxer because you've been boxing your whole life. This other stuff, it ain't really you, because why, if you're gonna pay for promo or do whatever you did to get the viewership, right? Whatever, allegedly, then why didn't you do it on your boxing stuff? Like, why wouldn't you do it on your weigh-in? Why wouldn't you do it on the video with Bud Crawford? Why wouldn't you do it on the video with Floyd? Why wouldn't you do it on the Usher video? You doing on this silly ad rap song where you can't rap. You started the verse, I'm from Flint where the water wasn't clean. Now my diamonds water wet. Stop. How you gonna make a song about a tragedy in your own city, about contaminated toxic water, and then try to stunt about your jewelry? These bars are dookie. Like, you have literal doo-doo bar. It's doo-doo, baby. This is literal dookie. Like, what would possess a person who comes from a city like Flint with all of the lives lost and stuff with the Flint water, right? And then take that, open a song with it. I'm from Flint where the water wasn't clean. And then try to stunt, say something about your jewelry after that. What? Who's giving you cool points for that? Right? Like, what type? You don't even know how to rap for real. You sound horrible, right? But you don't even represent anything. I rap, so I can speak on this. I rap, right? The issue is this. You don't even stand for nothing. You're bragging about you got diamonds wet like water while referencing Flint water crisis. That's just weird. That's weird. Terrible. I'm from Flint where the water wasn't clean. My diamonds water wet. Know what I mean? She talking about I slept on the floor, now I sleep on silk. Bro, this is a weird way to try to put on for your city. You like dang near roasting them. I'm from Flint where the water wasn't clean, but look at me now. Look, I'm doing good. I don't know about y'all. Y'all houses are getting repossessed, and y'all houses are getting foreclosed. And you know, but I got the diamonds shining. My diamonds is dancing. Like, just weird. And then Papoose, it never affected her. My queen, it never affected her, right? Papoose, he gonna say that he wrote 90% of Remy Ma's lyrics. You need to get your butt in the booth and pin out some stuff for Claressa Shields, because she's spitting straight dookie. So you need to write 100% of her rhymes because she suck, right? I'm from Flint where the water wasn't clean. Her flow is like horrible, voice horrible, lyrics horrible, delivery horrible, microphone smell horrible, wig horrible. It look like y'all sharing jewelry. You don't have what it takes to be a rapper, man. It's like she got the wind chain, then it look like Papoose got it. Bro, them chains at the pawn shop or something. Where the chain at? Where the chain at? And again, this all ties into the person. This all ties into the character as far as I'm concerned, right? Who's gonna go this far to like self-promote to the point where they want invalid views for real, that it really is not gonna help you grow your brand? That's why I never understood about paying for promo and bot views and stuff like that. You're not really building a real audience. Me, I told you, I don't believe in shortcuts, because almost 10 out of 10 times, the shortcut ends up being longer in the long run. You know what I mean? So for me, I'd rather just do it right the first time and then never have to look back, right? Like how I built my channel. I built my channel to the point where I ain't got no middleman. I ain't got to split the pie. If you do it right once, you set for forever. You know what I mean? All you got to do is put the content out. That's what we did here. You know what I mean? I never wanted a fake audience. Like, let me trick people, fake it till you make it look like I got 1 million subs for vanity points, right? I don't want vanity metrics. I want the real thing, right? I want real fans, real supporters, and by golly, that's what we got, right? So I never even understood it. These views look sketch to me. And it shows that Claressa Shields, look at her, bro. Like, just look at this picture. Look like that Smile movie or something. Remember Jack Nicholson's son in there? Bro, you remember the movie Smile where a demon get inside you, you look, and he just stare at you? And they pick up a heavy object and start bashing their face. And they still be, bro, they be trickling down, they be smiling still. Bro, this look creepy. You look like Black Annabelle. You look like the Conjuring universe. Black Annabelle looking at, bro. What is going on? And look at her eyes, bro. Hey, look at her eye. It look like the crossroad. Boom, 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 boom. Tell me what you gonna do with her ain't nowhere to bro, remember when the dude with the trench coat, the black leather coat, got Uncle Charles in them? Why they killed my dog? Hey man, I miss my Uncle Charles, yo. He shouldn't be gone in front of his home. What it did to boo was wrong. Gotta hold on. Gotta be bro. He touch you, your eyes go black. It roll the back of your head. Bro, look at her eyes. What is this action, bro? Little boo and God's got him, and I'm gonna miss everybody. I don't run around. Bro, what is wrong with her eyes? Like, I'm shook, bro. This is what Papu, he gazed into these Milky Way black hole eyes, bro. This look like, remember that video? Black hole, son, won't you cut? Hold on. Remember that music video? Black hole, son, won't you cut? And everybody look weird in the video. That's what it remind me of. If you look, black hole, look, I told you, tell me I'm lying. It looked dead on that video. Black hole, son, won't you come? It the same energy. You got that black hole sun looking at. Same energy, Rissa. Huh, Rissa, huh? Black hole sun, won't you come? Bro, you looking like them characters. What's wrong with you? Remember, everybody in the video was tripped out. Look, who is this? What is this? What's going on with her? Yeah. Yeah. Huh, Rissa? So yeah, everything ties into the story. Claressa Shields be tripping, man. Nobody want to hear your music. They really don't. You're not a good rapper. That you calling Remy washed up make you look worse, because you have to, in my opinion, you got to falsify stuff to make it look like you can rap and like people want to hear your music. And then you could put all the wigs on you want. You're still Bobo Jr. We seen the dad asking for $200. You guys look identical. He ain't got to go on Maury. You, in the case of Bobo Jr., Bobo Sr., you are the father. We could tell. We could tell. And again, you want to be a baddie, but you're not baddie. You're not bad enough. The numbers ain't adding up. They're not. Remy told you. These numbers just ain't adding up. Everything you and Papoose, how come everything y'all doing looks like this picture? Everything y'all doing. Little cheap tattoo. Like, he don't get no tattoo that look hard. It say Claressa. He look like he used a little stencil or something. Like finger paint. It look horrible. Everything y'all do look like odd and stick out. Everything you do look Tubi in Great Value and Temu. Y'all all that. Dollar General. All that. You know what I mean? Numbers ain't adding up. Your viewership ain't adding up. You say you get Mega Millions and 8 millions and told Cam Newton, oh, I'll get all the money. Oh yeah, my highest pay was 3 million to fight. Commission report come out. It say something different. Huh, Rissa? Why? Why does it keep saying different stuff? Like, how do you have this many occurrences where something doesn't add up? How many more of these are you going to go through? Right? Look, it said Claressa Shields. This is not, don't get mad at me. This is what the commission report said. Says you got 500K and K Scott got 5,400. That's the commission report. I know I've already made a video about, I know she came and said, hey, that ain't true. And I made millions every one of my fights. Then why are you telling people to put that? If you made millions for every one of your fights, then why did you say I felt comfortable with them putting that amount? Why didn't you feel comfortable with the shown guarantee amount, right? Being $1 million plus. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. And I noticed another thing that Claressa Shields is doing outside of everything not adding up. She keep talking about all her injuries that she has at age 31 to try to make it look like her non-competitive fights are non-competitive, but she was beat up. Look, she's like setting up these doctor's appointments. This dang sprained knee and fractured finger has to heal before I could get back to training. I left it all in the ring. It was worth it, right? In my opinion, knowing the character, she's doing that for validation, fishing for a compliment, and to gain sympathy. That's what I believe. Because people are like, man, K Scott sucked. And some people are even calling her out her name, saying she was a bum, things of that sort. So people didn't like the fight. Claressa's performance was well and fine, but they thought the opponent was lacking. Teddy Atlas, other people, me, we understand what we're looking at, right? So what I believe, in my opinion, is that Claressa Shields knows that people are looking at it like, hey, the girl was a 30-1 underdog. You are a massive favorite, and this is why, because she looked like nobody's champion, right? You keep saying, oh man, she was a champ, but she had the belt. Okay, she had the belt, she was a champ and all that, cool. Then why is it show she got paid so little? If being a champion is so valued in women's boxing in your division, then why is her amount show that little baby amount? Why couldn't y'all put bigger amounts so the optics look better? Like, why did Claressa, she was like, oh, I made way more than that, and K Scott made more than that. Then why didn't they put more than that on the paper? If you guys were gonna make more guaranteed than that, then why didn't they put a higher number? What's the problem? Why didn't they put 1.5 million for you and then put 500K for her or whatever more she got? You know what I mean? Again, none of this stuff really adds up. None of it adds up. So I believe that Claressa is doing this, trying to kind of game the system. People didn't like the fight. People say she needed to step up. So she's like, man, my finger was broken and my middle finger, I couldn't flip y'all off. My finger had broken camp and I sprained my knee and my ankle and broke a butt cheek. She's saying all this stuff. So now it looks like it was an even fight because she came in severely compromised and handicapped with injuries. So she trying to make it look like it was a fair fight that I stood a chance to lose. That's truthful. Again, when you study the characters, you know the moves. I know her moves before she makes it. I know what she's really thinking in my head, right? That's what I think she's doing it for. What do you talk about? I left it all in the ring. You left it all in the ring for a girl with 0 knockouts, 0 power, moved around like a big stiff robot, right? Was slow as molasses, looked like a hourglass with the sand, right? Throwing punches. Like you could have fought a snowman or something and it moved faster, right? You talk about I left it on the ring and oh man, she was strong. How you gonna say she was strong, but her record does not show she's strong? These people, that's what I'm saying. So when you tie everything in, none of it really makes sense. That's why when I look at who would do this to fabricate their viewership, I believe, on their YouTube rap song when they're not even a good rapper or really that's not even their main profession, a person like that, if you're gonna falsify something like that, why wouldn't you falsify other things, right? Talking about, oh, she was so strong. How is she so strong, but nothing in her amateur or pro record in 80 fights indicated she was strong? She literally had 1 knockout in now 81 fights. Where do you see strong? And then the other thing, Claressa's a bully behavior. You see her, someone will say, oh, you got ugly girl syndrome. She's like, ain't nobody ugly. I ain't never been ugly. You ugly. Your mama, right? Do all this other stuff. So she'll respond to stuff like that all day. You ugly and you blocked. I'm blocking you. You get a block. You get it. She like Oprah. Instead of giving the cars, she's like, you get a block. You get a block. Oh, y'all getting blocked, right? You block me. You block Remy. You block fans. You block Crime Mob, Princess. You probably blocked Alicia Bumgardner, Serrano. You done blocked everybody. You having a block party. So bully behavior. Claressa Shields got all this time to talk about her sex life with Papoose. Oh, he went crazy and my stuff. Ugh. All this time to talk about dumb back and forth interactions and cuss fans out and call people FAT and body shame them. Talk about Miss Shanika. Talk about YouTubers and haters. But then you have both your gloves on. People have questions. Why? Why didn't you take your gloves off? You don't want to talk about that. See, that's what I'm saying. Narcissistic traits, bully behavior. That's what I believe. You got time to talk about all types of nonsensical things, but then when there's a real situation, Hannah Gabriel's keep calling you out. You have both gloves on in the locker room and at the post-fight press conference. People have questions. Why? Zip. You don't hear nothing. You don't hear nothing. Right? You don't hear nothing. So Claressa she don't really be talking about nothing. She don't really be talking about nothing. She don't answer the real questions. She acts frazzled if you ask her a question, get mad like she did at Miss Shanika. So she talking about she want to be a streamer. You, in my opinion, you would be a terrible streamer. You're thin-skinned, right? You're very thin-skinned. You read the comments and you got to stop the whole interaction with the rest of the people. Then you'll focus in on what one person say, right? It looks like you cross-eyed right here. It's just too much stuff going on, man. That's it. You got too much stuff. You got them Bobo Jr. eyes. You know what I mean? You got too much stuff going on. But I need y'all to explain these phantom views that I believe Claressa Shields has. it just, how are you gaining all this viewership, but you have very little to show for it in terms of comments, new likes? It's just staying stagnant. So whatever you're doing, to me, ain't really working at all. And I think people see it. And I think she wants to float around like feign this confidence. She's not really confident like that. She may be confident in boxing, but outside of that, looks, and I don't think she's confident like she's proclaiming to be, because confidence don't need to speak loud. Silence speaks volumes. If you know, you know, right? Tom Brady don't got to walk around saying he a GOAT quarterback every day. He don't got to walk around with his rings every interview, every day. You're literally carrying the belts to all the podcast interviews. That's corny to me. You know, look, guys, look what I got. You're like positioning it by the microphone, so they're interviewing you and it's just belts. There's other people. Pacquiao had a lot of belts. He ain't never, I believe, I brought my belt. Like, you're not the only one that had belts. You know, Floyd had belts. You don't need to bring them everywhere. She bring it to the bathroom. I'm not even being funny. She was in a gym bathroom with a green belt, with a WBC belt. You bringing them to WNBA games, podcast interviews, Church's Chicken. You know, you go to the gym. Somehow you have the belt. It's in your Corvette. You bringing it to Funhouse Mirrors, Disneyland. Like, why you need to bring that belt everywhere? And what's up with them views? The numbers ain't adding up.